I think President Obama is correct when he makes the case that this should not be about cutting health care, women's right to the self-determination. This really is a civil war fight. This is making the federal government dysfunctional on the 150th anniversary of the Civil War. I mean, these guys will support 3 wars. They will support tax dodgers. They will support the wealthiest Americans getting tax breaks, and they want to cut into education, health care. This is an ideological battle.
Well, Reverend, would you say that, based on what you've just discussed, that some of these riders, these policies that are being pushed forward, might be considered racist?
Well, I don't want to reduce it even to that, because so many more people are affected. If you close down the federal government, you're talking about closing down health care and access to transportation, veterans, you're talking about interfering with the entire country. This is a mad dash to a control of the federal government to make it dysfunctional, to make a point on the president and a point on Democrats. We deserve more mature government leadership than that.
All right, now speaking of budgets, you've been marching in Wisconsin where lawmakers are going through recall elections and much more. From your perspective, is that what is needed on the federal?
Repeat it again, I'm sorry.
You know, you were marching in Wisconsin. Obviously, so much is going on there when it comes to the budget and policy. They are going through some recall elections there. Do you believe that there are some lessons that can be garnered from what you've seen there that should be used on a federal level?
I'm not sure that kind of tactic is needed. I think more mature people can resolve this. I'm concerned that there are more wealthy people getting tax subsidy, 3 wars, and more poor people and middle class being crunched with plants out and jobs leaving. I mean, these are the bigger questions. How do you put America back to work? And somehow putting America back to work has been lost in arguing about issues to use various tactics to, in fact, make the federal government dysfunctional. This is a civil war fight. I think Time magazine has it right. This is the 150th anniversary of the 1861 Civil War. Now, those who are determined to shut the federal government down to make their point, the ideological, religious point.
You're calling it a civil war. How would you define the two sides?
Well, you have those who believe in states' rights and those who believe in a more perfect union. States' rights, anti-civil rights, anti-workers' right to bargain, anti-social justice, pro-rich, and significantly insensitive to poor people. That was the great divide 150 years ago, and that's the great divide today in the ideological sense.